Chaos TV's live coverage of the E-Series LAN. I am Metis, and I'm joined by none other than Mr. Nico Enzi. How are you doing there, Enzi?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. Sorry, I'm just laughing at something beside me. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I'm looking forward to this. Finally, after a huge delay, we're going live. God, this is going to end sometime in the night. Like 1 AM in the morning, probably. Good game, Vince.
Yeah, we did have a pretty massive delay. I said about 30 minutes because that's what we were told. But these two teams were kind of on the server, but not all ready for about, I guess, 40 minutes, Enzi? Maybe longer than that.
Yeah, just quite boring, man, as I was actually kicking your butt in a 1v1, just saying.
Yeah, I'm sure you were. Anyway, we are now starting off Group B. Group A has came and gone. I'll give you a quick idea of how that one ended up. TCM Gaming came top with 10 points. Antwerp Ace is second with 8 points. Delicious with 5 XNC, I think they were called in server, yep. Isn't that right? Yeah. Versus.pro were fourth with 2 points, and last was Regis.fun with just the 1 point. So in this group, you're going to have RAVE-ON, Ventex, Replika, Project, E-Series, ProGrip, and Link Gaming. And that, of course, will leave Group C later on tonight, where you have Next Century Esports, Druids, and Nexus Esports, German Online Skills, Team Green, and Phantasmagoria. So, Enzi, what are you feeling about this game?
I think the Germans are going to take this one, in my eyes. What about yourself?
I think it's going to be
Replika,
close.
by the way.
Yeah, Replika. I think it's going to be quite close. I mean, RAVE-ON have really good players. You've got the likes of Mean, Sulu, Sil, ex-TLR, ex-her players. So it's going to be interesting one way or another. I guess they're a mix, or they're a newish lineup. So I'm really not sure how this one's going to favour and who it's going to favour, Enzi. I guess the map's going to be backlot again. But I think it's going to be a good game, either way.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. RAVE-ON, they were actually listed on the team list as secret lineup. But, yeah, it's kind of revealed now, you know what I mean? And especially as they got Jesus, man, you know, Jesus, such an influential character in all of Bethlehem. And, he's a great player.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, Enzi.
Come on, don't use his name in vain, he's in the server. He won't get you any presents. Christmas, man.
I wonder who that actually is, because...
Yeah.
I know he was named as something else when he joined, but I really can't remember who it'll be.
No idea, man.
Anyway,
well, it looks like we're gonna go live. So, do you want to take this away, or would you like me to?
I will take it away with Jesus. Has to be done. So, for RAVE-ON, I'm going to follow Jesus here, as he's going to throw the grenade and the smoke over the mid-building. Did get a tag, actually. And a pretty heavy tag at that. Sil will drop, though, from Reflex's grenade, and Jesus is going to push up onto those mid-bins. He could actually be in the flurry of action here. As he comes around the corner, will pick up the frag onto Viper. And tries the second here. Not going to land anything just yet. Needs to be careful. One coming down from the bottom of him. Any second now is going to pick up the frag. It's going to be Jetlag. There we go. And that will make the man advantage a 3-2 in favour of Replika here. You've got Mean and Thierry left for RAVE-ON. Thierry's pushing up by JCB. In fact, he's going to elect to go past red containers instead. You can hear the tinkle of the bomb as it's going down from Jetlag. And indeed, it will be the full plant. Thierry has picked up that frag onto Reflex, though, so 2v2 with bombs down. This is anybody's round still. Thierry will get shut down from Pat Stoke, and now it's all on Mean. Crazy good player, but it's working out for him as he will be dropped from Jetlag's Deagle. And that's the 1-0 to Replika, Enzi.
Indeed it is. And I'm actually going to follow up this round with Jesus once again. His halo shining extremely bright in the backlot sunlight. And let's see what he can do. He looks like he's going to be pushing this mid-area. Thierry going to get the car bomb to start us off. Pat's going to come in with a frag of his own onto Sulu. The SMG going to come into play as Jesus will go down. As Reflexer will get that frag. Making it an all-square 3v4. The following on to Reflexer, currently front A as Pats will drop Sil, leaving that A bomb site completely wide open for the Replika side. So the bomb carrier, which is Jetlag, needs to get his ass over there right now and get the plant down. Mean and Jetlag both getting a frag each. Really nice frag from Jetlag there, just dropping down from mid and getting the frag from Tin. So this leaves Mean all on his own. 1v3 it is. Misses the shot on the bomb carrier of Jetlag, running into the front A site. It is on his right. One's top A, one has just planted the bomb. So he's got 3 people to find and a defuse most probably in store if he's going to win this round. He has to move with the time. He can't leave it until something like 15 seconds. Otherwise he is literally stuffed. As an SMG does come down the stairs, that is Pats, but Pats will come out on top. Mean will go down, making it 2-0 early on. And very 2 nice rounds for Replika at the moment.
Now looking strong. Pats on 5 for 0, Jetlag on 3 for 0. So flawless games for the two of them so far. And they're going to look to rinse and repeat here as Replika are pushing very fast onto A. 2 players, both the SMGs in fact, are trying to push the envelope here. Pats will get taken down, as will Reflexer. Both SMGs look to be in good positions, but both have been silenced here. And that will make a relative ease on RAVE-ON's mind here. They don't have to worry so much about the fast push now. 4-2 ahead. Viper and Nighty remain. Or Nai, sorry, remain. And the man Jesus is still alive. So not looking good for Replika here. I'm going to say his name's Viper because it's VPR, but it's very possible his name is literally VPR, and I apologise if I'm pronouncing that wrong. Nai has taken down Sulu, though. So, of course, the man advantage slightly coming back into Replika's hands. Still a player down, though. And to be completely honest, they're not doing too much. Very much slow. Trying to get a pick or two, you have to feel. 40 seconds remaining as VPR will go on to Thierry. Instantly down from Mean, though. And now Nai has to put on his clutch shoes. We've seen Mean try twice and fail twice. And now Nai, with that bomb, is going to try and make something happen. Pushing into Rat Hole. There is going to be a player underneath Tin. That's going to be Mean. Fires a flurry of bullets. Not going to land much, though. And in the meantime, Nai is going to push. Can't see Jesus, but Jesus will pick up the headshot. And that will be a 2-1 scoreline. Welcome to the scoreboard in RAVE-ON. They did not want to leave it too long, especially on a map like Backlot NT. It's easy to get 5 or 6 rounds behind in a short period of time.
Indeed it is, Vince. Backlot expert as you are. I know you love this map, so I'm going to trust you on anything you say about this map because I'm that much of a friend. Anyway, Jetlag is going to start us off with a double frag. Coming into play there is Thierry. Will get the scope shot down. Thierry with a nade as well, so 2 double frags already. Let's see what's going to happen now in a 2v3 situation. Thierry scouting around that B-long area, trying to find a frag. Isn't going to see anybody though, as his teammate of Mean is pushing in to top 8. Hats for the Replika side. Back Tin. Throwing that nade out onto that car. Is he going to land his frag? He does dodge it, but he's going to run straight into the bullets of Pats as Thierry will go down. So his double frag is going to get hold. He's not going to get the free kills this round. But Mina will get a kill of his own onto Jetlag. Pats is the last remaining player, ladies and gentlemen. 1v2. Mean and Sil left standing for the RAVE-ON side. He's going to come around the corner, look for the frag, and there's Sil. Sil's there to finish it up. Pats will get mopped up, put in the dustbin, as that's going to be 2-2.
Yep, and just a couple of corrections to make. People whining at me because I said Nighty or whatever. Like, I thought it was Nighty, but the fact of the matter is, it's not how his name's typed in the server. I'm going to read what I see. But I'll call him Nighty, and apparently VPR is Viper, as I was guessing before. I think the 3 of us are getting quite nasty lag now on VPN, but hopefully we're not going to crash. As Sulu will pick up 2, and Sil with an SMG of his own takes down Sulu. In the meantime, that was actually a team kill. Viper's been dropped off Thierry. 4 versus 2 here against Replika. RAVE-ON were 2-0 behind, pulled the next 2 rounds back. And now it's all on Viper and Nighty to try and pick something up. Nighty with the bomb's going to drop onto the silent fence. But feels he was a tiny bit too exposed. He's going to pull back to Rat Hole. In the meantime, what's his teammate doing? Well, the answer is he's being absolutely decimated. 4-on-1, making a 3v1. Nighty has taken down Jesus there, but 3 more. And there's Thierry with the deagle. Easy peasy. 3-2 the score to RAVE-ON. And that's 3 rounds in a row, Enzi, actually.
Indeed, great play there. And you know Nai, or however you pronounce it, I'm just going to say 90. Because literally I cannot say Nai. Nai. I can't say that. So apologies there, guys. Or I just won't call his name out. I'll try that. Anyway, I'm picking up with Viper with the golden AK. He looks for the frag onto Sil. Sil's going to get the better of him, though, as Pats and Sulu will both chime in with frags of their own. Jesus and Pats go down. Reflex are also going to contribute to that fragging. And Sulu will get dropped. It goes all even once again. The battlefield goes silent as one of these teams try and search for a frag. Obviously, Replika on the attacking side needs to get that bomb down. There's actually a defender from the RAVE-ON side on the A bomb. And that is... he's not actually on the bomb, he is on top of A. So apologies there. Mean going to come in with a frag of his own, and Thierry going to chime in as well. Jetlag goes down, so it's Reflexer left standing. He's got to get the first. Thierry goes down. He's got 2 more to find and a bomb to get. He's got the AK now, so he's got the long range on his side, as well as an SMG for the short range. One is in B house, one is bottom mid. Sil and Mean. Mean is in the top B house, and Sil bottom mid. And this is the bad thing about just wearing the time down. They obviously know where the bomb is. Reflexer is trying to kind of fake that he is on the A site, trying to make a move, trying to make a peek out. It's not going to happen. Sil has heard Reflex move. Reflex is going to... oh, he's actually going to tag him up pretty heavy, but Sil will come out and get the better of him. Surprised he didn't land the frag there, but what can you do? It's COD 4, and now it's 4-2.
4 rounds in a row to RAVE-ON here, and the Viper is underperforming right now. He's got 1 kill, 1 assist, 6 deaths. Really needs to up his game. And as I was speaking, you can see Reflexer very, very aggressively pushing into A. With the SMG going to be player dead ahead of him will be Sulu, picks up that frag comfortably, looking for his second here. Into A, will pick it up onto Sil. Great action from Reflexer. Controlled aggression into A, pays out dividends for him, and he's given his team a 5-2 advantage in this round. Just Mean and Thierry remain. Mean again is one of the clutchies, so to speak. But in this situation a few times, this time he's not going to do anything. And now 4v1, Thierry with the Blinged Eagle will get absolutely demolished from Viper, and that's one way to come back and halt an onslaught, is to just decimate around. 3-4, still in favour of RAVE-ON though, NZ, and this could go right down to the wire.
Yes, it could, and I'm going to give one of the scopes some love right now. Let's give Thierry some love. He's going to be rocking that scope as Viper will land the grenade down, and so will Sulu. So it's going to go all even once again. Thierry opting for the top B runes as most scopes do. Remember, backlot, a lot of scopes actually switch to the AK, you know, they prefer the firepower. But Thierry looks to prefer the scope at the moment. And he's currently top fragging for his team. Sulu going to come in with his second frag. Jesus with his first. Nai with his first as well. Thierry with his grenade. The Viper will go down. And Mean again, a clutchy, like you said last round, Vince. Mean and Thierry versus Reflexer and Nai. Thierry looking for the frag on top A. Nothing's going to happen. Mean even putting some firepower on it as Nai does escape and get onto the stairs. As it looks like RAVE-ON will be pushing anytime soon, but a flash does come out and Reflexer does get the frag on Thierry, and Nai will finish Mean off. Brilliant team play going on from Replika to bring them 2 rounds back. And it's all even once again, Vince. 4-4, and it's good Replika got these rounds back, because like you said at the start, it's so easy to fall behind on rounds on this. Yeah,
backlot is definitely a snowballing kind of map. If you start to go behind before you know it, you're 5 rounds behind. So important that both of these teams steadied the ship. It was 2-0, then 4-2, and now 4-4. So well and truly back and forth action here between these two. And at the start, actually, I said it would be close. It looks like it has the makings of possibly going down to a draw. Remember, this is group stages, so you can get a draw in this. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go to overtime. That's going to be in the playoff stages, as 2 frags have came from Replika, both SMGs. Pats gets his second there onto Thierry. So the 2 clutchies of most of these rounds have been downed instantly, and that will be a team ace from Replika, who take the lead again. After that 2-0 onslaught at the beginning, have been well and truly behind, but managed to regain that lead. And I don't know what's going wrong for RAVE-ON. I mean, we said this a couple times. Thierry and Mean always seem to be the last 2 players surviving. So you have to ask a question. Are they kind of baiting their team out? Or are they just literally at the wrong place at the wrong time?
I have no idea, to be honest. You know, Replika, they're doing a good job of getting that bomb down, and I think that's what RAVE-ON are really struggling. They need to get that defense solely in A. They need to get a few more players in mid, maybe switch it up a little bit, you know. Maybe Thierry go to AK, although he is performing really well at the moment, so I can't really say that. But I just think, you know, go a bit more keen on A, get a few more players around the area, and see how it goes. But this round, it does look that Nai will be taking the bomb B, the first B attack, what I believe will get a frag onto Pat. Nai is going to tag up Thierry in the process of pushing this B ruins site, so the calls are going to come out that there's one B ruins. He has got the bomb in hand and the AK. Switch over. Jetlek in the mid house. Gonna make his way to top mid. As we saw Jermaine dominating from top mid earlier for TCM. See if he can do the same thing. The flash goes out onto the B alleyway. One is behind Tin. Nai looks to get this frag. Will get the frag. Headshot down onto Jesus. And he's got to go and retrieve that bomb. Obviously he left it there because in case he died, his teammate could retrieve it easily. The smoke comes down from his teammate, but Thierry's going to get the frag and see him cross, even though, and as Jetlek just falls down gracefully, Mean will put an end to that one. As it's all even once again, a round back on the board. Well, it was great recovery play from Replika, it really was.
Absolutely, and again, Replika looking aggressive on this A site, obviously feeling it's a bit ripe for the taking. Both the SMGs are straight in here. Reflex at top. Pats was bottom, but he's been taken down from Sill. So now Reflex has to play the smart man's game. He has picked up one. Onto Thierry, coming under heavy fire. Sulu's picked up two of his own in the meantime with the SMG. Jetlek and Viper. And suddenly, it's a 2 versus 2 situation as 90 comes in with a double frag as well. Onto Mean and Sulu. Jesus and Sill against Reflexer and 90. Sill's bottom in the basement. Reflexer pushing into side of A. 90 in lower mid. And Jesus is bottom tin. 2v2 tag team matchup here between these two teams. And very much slow. A burst of energy in this round. Went down to a 2v2. Very much a passive kind of round now. Obviously, there's tension. No one wants to give away an easy frag. This could prove to be the difference between a win or a draw, as Jesus will take down 90. And now Reflexer all by himself. Lower tin can see the bomb. And he's not going to be able to do anything as Jesus pulls off the double frag and takes his team 6-5 ahead. You know, Enzi, if this does go to 6-6 at half-time, which team do you think is going to be slightly happier with that result?
I think Replika, you know, due to the fact that they did a lot trying to come back, and I think, you know, they'll probably feel beneficial out of it a bit. Also, I prefer the defense side personally. I'm not sure what these teams are like, but I personally prefer the defense side, you know, so maybe that'll come into play, but we never know. We're just going to have to wait and see. And I've just got a couple messages saying Jesus is Archimedes or something. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but I think Jesus is an easier thing to pronounce. Kind of rolls off the tongue. Yeah,
and again, I mean, as casters, we can't just guess who each of these players are. We'll read what we see, do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it is quite hard, guys. Especially, I remember I was casting X-Power, TCM, and they literally just put a load of fake nicks that are like blah 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 blah. Like, honestly, it's so hard to cast, you know, so we kind of just cast how we see them or how they kind of sound better, because it is quite hard kind of pronouncing Nai and stuff kind of off the tongue. But while I've been talking, it has gone down to a 2v2. Mean once again in a clutch situation with his team, and he's got Jesus by his side. Pat's going to push out over Rahul. He is going to get tagged up by Jesus from the B laundry area. The nade is going to come down, isn't even going to tag him. And Jetlek drops down from mid, has got the bomb, runs out of bullets. He's going to jump around the corner. Is he going to get the frag? He runs away. Pat is actually going to get the wall bang as Mean will get dropped. Jetlek, is he going to have enough time to get this bomb down? The 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh my god, he ran away from the bomb. What is he doing? He could have easily got that down, to be honest. One little strafe, I reckon he could have got that. I really don't think he should have ran away from the bomb there. He really could have got that down, but anyway, it has gone to a 7-5. So the short recovery rounds coming from Replika, but it wasn't enough. RAVE-ON still go ahead in this first half.
Absolutely. It's still very much a close matchup between these two, as we are going to go live in the second half. Roles going to be reversed. You can have RAVE-ON on attack and a Replika, of course, on the defense. Going to follow Sil from the spawn, as he's got a relatively decent spawn here. And he's going to try and make use of it onto A. Did get blocked by the wall, though. That's going to halt him. Or is he going to try the push anyway? He is indeed just going to push in regardless. He's an absolute boss. And due to that smoke going down, he didn't see one of the Replika players pushing to top of A, as the bomb is going to be faked. In fact, I think he may have been going for the plant there, Jesus, but Reflex was the player who ran to the top of A. Does pick up a frag, picks up a second onto Sil. Great action from Reflex. Again, seems to love this A site with the SMG. And it's not going to make much difference when Thierry's going to just pick you off from the other side of the map with that scope. Down to another 2v2 situation. We've had so many of these already. And we're just new into the second half, as Sulu has picked up that bomb. And looks like he's going to elect to rotate round to meet up with Thierry, perhaps push the envelope at B site. Definitely looks like that's going to be the plan of action here for RAVE-ON. But now Sulu may be changing his mind. He's done the jump onto Silent Fence, has dropped to red containers. Looks like he's going to go back to A again, has seen a player in the garage area. And that's going to be Jetlag. Viper with the support. AK is bottom tin, looking towards red containers. And it's really going to be interesting to see how RAVE-ON approach this bomb plant. They've got 22 seconds, as you can hear the bottom left. Time is ticking down slowly. Viper takes down Thierry. Now a 2 versus 1. Sulu's being heavily tagged through the wall. Viper finishes him off with the Bling AK. 7-6 the scoreline. And I can't help but feel, Enzi, you know, they kind of messed around going to mid and then went back to A again. Had he have just went A straight away, they could have caught them off guard there and actually got the bomb plant down, and then they're in the driver's seat well and truly for that round.
Yeah, but we all make mistakes, Vince. Come on. But yeah, I do get where you're coming from, definitely. People are saying Jetlag is blatantly cheating. Have you noticed anything dodgy about Jetlag in this game?
I haven't noticed anything dodgy about any player, to be honest with you. I mean, with everything that happened with Chris Wow and stuff at the I-Series, I'd be amazed if someone tried to hack on LAN again that early. Do you know what I mean? It would be kind of stupid.
Yeah. Indeed, as Jetlag will get a frag, but shortly stopped by Thierry's Deagle bullets as Pats will come in with an SMG. Me goes down, 2v3. Here's the name of the game right now. Make that 1v3 as Sulu will drop Pats to his knees. There's a 1v3 now. Viper with the AK. 25 seconds left to get this defuse. He's getting tagged from the A-house, one behind him, one in mid as well. He's going to get shut down from every single direction. Sulu with a double frag there. It's going to go to 8-6.
Indeed, 8-6 is a scoreline. And the top scorer right now is Pats on 16 for 10. His SMG partner's on 12. And on the opposition, you've got Thierry 13 and Sulu on 11. So, relatively similar frags dispersed between the two teams here. As RAVE-ON have started off with 2 frags, one of which was actually their teammate of Sil. Sulu has picked up his second onto 90, pushes into A bomb site. And RAVE-ON absolutely have A on lock right now. Can easily plant this as Sulu jumps out from top of A after being heavily tagged and gets owned by Gravity. A bit of an embarrassment there. And this could give Replika a whiff of a chance as they have picked up a frag. Make that 2 as Pats goes huge onto both Mean and Thierry, and then a third onto Jesus. Absolutely insane stuff there from Pats. But if Sulu hadn't have dropped to his death, perhaps RAVE-ON would have had that round, Enzi. Kind of a dumb death.
Yeah, he might have just got tagged down when he decided to jump down, you know. It could have been a timing thing, but who knows? And Jetlag has opted for a scope now, so let's see how he's going to do. Reflex are going to drop the nade. Sil and Nai both come in with a frag. I'm currently following it onto Jetlag. Going to go onto the top ruins now. Mean with that AK onto Pats. Looking around. Can't see anyone on the A site or mid. This one actually goes down on mid. I think he actually saw a little glimpse of him there. I did anyway, in the corner of my eye. Who knows? Looking for a wall bang. Nothing's going to hit Viper. Going to drop Thierry before he can even get to the ruins. And he's actually going to get a +0 as Mean and Nai will go down. One being his teammate. And Sulu is the last man standing against Jetlag and Viper for Replika. The plant is actually going down on the bomb. And he gets a nade from Jetlag. despite getting the +3, I'm sure he's going to be quite happy with a +3 though, you know. And his body looks completely spasticated.
Explosives diffused.
8-8 the scoreline. And again, very much close between these two teams. Neither of them have really pulled away in this matchup. I think the highest deficit that we've seen has been 2 rounds. And they've been very close throughout this game. Going to follow on to Reflexer from Spawn, very aggressively into A. Already in there. In fact, there's going to be a player coming to his left. In fact, 3 players to his left. He's picked up one, has to be careful. There's going to be one behind him. That is Sulu, who will take down Reflexer. And really, Reflexer was all by his lonesome. Nighty has finally pushed up into A, obviously trying to bridge that gap. But with some help earlier, Reflexer probably could have held that site down much, much easier. Either way, 3v2. Replika, a player up. Thierry coming under heavy fire in mid. Refuses to drop, though. Well, I say that, but then he peeks and gets absolutely demolished by Jetlag, who picks up 3 frags in a row, one of which is actually his teammate. And a Replika move to the 9-8 scoreline. But Enzi, do you see this one going down to a draw?
I think it possibly can, you know. We've already seen like 3 or 4 draws in the tournament so far, so I wouldn't be surprised. I really think it could. It's very, very even at the moment. So, let's have a look at what Jetlag's doing again, because everybody is asking to spec him, as Pats will get the SMG onto Sil. Jetlag is looking around for a player. Not going to find anybody though, as he does see gunfire coming from the top ruins area, so he's going to try the little bang on the wall there. He is going to get the frag onto Thierry. Brilliant shot there. Mean going to come in with the AK for the revenge onto Jetlag. Niles also. And I'm getting a bit of lag from the VPN, guys. Apologies. As Jesus is the last man standing for RAVE-ON. Or should I say the last god for RAVE-ON right now. He wasn't God though, was he really? No, he was just a person. But yeah, Nai will get the frag and finish off this round, making it 10-8.
Yep, again that 2-round deficit comes into play, but I wouldn't be surprised if you see RAVE-ON pull this straight back. And it's going to depend on spawns, I feel. Because, as you know yourself, Enzi, from when we used to play together, if the SMGs get really good spawns, you can just push that A site and you can win rounds within a few seconds. But unfortunately for RAVE-ON, they seem to have relatively bad spawns. Reflex is definitely going to come into play here. Takes down Sil from the side. Prime positioning from Reflex. He's now going to try and push the envelope into Elben. Try and pick up some more frags, but there's Sulu from the side. Pats in the meantime does make short work of Thierry. And now RAVE-ON are kind of stuck in Elbend burning tank area, which is just going to help the Replika side as they have the man advantage, make that 3-man advantage, and now as Mean remains all by himself in mid-house, has picked up the first, gets the second onto Pat's absolutely sublime wallbang there, proper blind fire, and he picks up that kill and gives himself a chance. He's took down half the side so far in this 1v4, but can he go 50% better? Jetlag in Elbend, and Mean is looking straight at him, heavily tags him up. And where is Nighty? Nighty's top of A. Mean has to be careful, coming under heavy fire from Nighty. He's going to return fire any second now, trying the wall bangs, no one's home. Nighty does peek once again, trying to pick this frag up. Mean has a real steep mountain to climb here, especially as he's got 18 seconds remaining on that timer. He really has to pick up a frag sometime soon and push, or he's going to time himself out, jumping out the window. He simply has to, and there's Jetlag with the AK-47. Nothing Mean could really do. 4v1, and not too much time accredited to him. And he tried bravely, but did fail. 11-8 the scoreline now, NZ, and I think that's the first time we've seen a 3-round deficit come about in this match.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Replika's just going to escape with it, to be completely honest with you. They have been playing insanely well as far as Jesus will get the first frag. Jetlag with the second with his nade. Still going to come into play. Pats and Jetlag. Jetlag once again on the B side. Claims the AK. Looks for the frag on Gerda. Gets it. That's his third of the round. Still goes down. And Jesus is left standing. And he is the only guy who can deny Jetlag's 4-man, unless one of his team frag as well that could also deny it, as Viper has seen a glimpse of Jesus in mid. He's running up and down, trying to bait the guy at Ruins down. He actually gets into mid successfully. He's going to try and turn around. That gets the frag. Brilliant frag, but Jetlag is going to get his 4th frag of the round. And that's going to take it to 12-8.
A sudden collapse from RAVE-ON. It was 8-8, looking about as close as it could be, and then suddenly Replika just explode and get 4 rounds quickly. And really, RAVE-ON seem a kind of bit out of touch here. Very much split up attack this time. Reflexa is once again gonna push into A aggressively. Jesus comes back with 2 frags onto Mighty and Viper. Reflexa will silence Jesus though, getting his 2nd. And it's gone down to a 2 versus 2. Jetlag onto Thierry. Again, not looking good for RAVE-ON. They've called the GG. Just Mean remains in another 1v2 clutch situation. He did pick up the frag onto Pats. Now going to try and pick one up onto Jetlag. He knows exactly where Jetlag is. And Jetlag does throw that smoke to try and escape down into bottom of A. Mean in the meantime, obviously feeling that B is the better choice. Smartly so. He's going to push straight to B site. Jetlag is still looking into mid-house. Seems oblivious that Mean's pushed. Mean has faked. He could easily have got that bomb down. If you have a look where Jetlag is, he's now on L-bend, so Mean could have planted the bomb comfortably. But of course he had no idea if Jetlag was pushing through mid, or garage, or through the spawn. And I think that's half the reason that he's just checking every nook and cranny here. Jetlag still hasn't really pushed onto B, just getting into bottom mid, allowing Mean to get that bomb site down. And now Mean has been spotted in a very precarious position. Jetlag now just has to apply the pressure. Mean pokes back up again. And this could be anybody's round in this situation. They know where each other are. Mean comes around the corner again, tags Jetlag up. And Jetlag pulls out the SMG, heavily tags Mean up and does finish him off through the wall. And that will be the match going to Replika 13-8 as the easy defuse comes in. Kind of unfortunate from Mean's perspective because he did just go to the wrong place at the wrong time. But congratulations to Replika for their well-earned 3 points, NZ.